He fought like he was a soldier. Hard work, dedication, two things that my dad used when times got hard. He remembered all of the things He remembered all of the hard work and dedication that he was putting in and rose up again to face what he had started. With reassurance from his loving wife and family, my dad continued to stay strong and let nothing pull him back. My dad always kept his brain ticking and never stopped. Dad, you have inspired me, and I am sure many others that if times get hard, never give up. Always stay true to yourself and never let something stand in your way. Always finish what you have started, no matter how small, no matter how big. Always keep fighting and never give up. I love you, Dad.
Hello, my name is Jalen Nuss, and I dedicate this poem to my mom. Life, something that has always been just a word and nothing more. As kids, we don't have to think about our life all that much. But as you get older, you realize that life isn't just a word. It's not something you just find and use. Victoria Nessa's life started to become more than just a word when she was introduced to some issues. Life became a roller coaster. Up and down her struggles went. It didn't seem to help that she was in the process of getting out of an emotionally abusive relationship either. Optimism, independence, and strong social support system. My stepmom needed these things to fight off thoughts like giving up. She sometimes felt as if she was like a burden to those she would ask for help. But she was determined to find a way to provide for her daughter, even if it meant working till dark. 64 hours of work in 5 days. Holidays were also spent working. It killed her dropping off her daughter at a family or friend's house and hearing her cry because she just wanted to spend time with her mom. My stepmom had to learn how to take help from those with a genuine heart. She didn't own a car, so she would give money to friends and family for gas so she could be driven to and from work. She received SNAP benefits and Medicaid on and off through her 3.5-year single mom adventure. As Dr. Steve Maraboli said, life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. 5.5 years later, she's able to be a stay-at-home mom. She obviously learned that she is worth more and is capable more than the opinion of one abusive man. Now our new family is together and can't remember what it was like not to be. Her best friend Daisy and the hugs and kisses from her daughter supported her and were the motives that kept her going. Mom, you've taught me that giving up may be an option, but doesn't mean we have to use it. You've taught me that there may be separation between you and me, but doesn't mean we have to act like it. You've taught me that just because we are told that we can't do it doesn't mean we can't. It means we can.
Hi, my name is Aiden Oswey, and I dedicate this poem to my Nana. Pregnant. Imagine my Nana's surprise when she heard those words. She was only still a kid herself, just a teenager. Luana Stinson decided to keep this baby. Life was a challenge. It's not easy to focus on school when you are raising a beautiful baby boy. Education was a struggle, alone, scared, sad. Faith, strong social support system, survivor. All words that describe my Nana in this situation. My Nana had to rely on the people around her to survive. They surrounded her, they encouraged her. Pastors, teachers, family. They all surrounded her with motivation. It's not easy to focus on yourself when you are a child with a child. But my Nana stayed strong. She was as brave as a lion. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, life is what we make it. Always has been, always will be. My Nana's advice to everyone is make good choices because one wrong one can change everything. You can be trapped by that choice for a lifetime. Snap. Nana, thank you for all that you have done for me. You help me when times are tough.
Hi, my name is Daryl Lynn, and I dedicate this poem to my mom. Crash. In the millisecond that my mom was hit by a car, she knew that she would never be able to do the things that she loved. The pain that she felt was like lightning hitting her right in the heart, and knowing that she would possibly never be able to walk again affected her a lot. My grandma, the person that gave her the most faith to always keep going day after day after day. As the soft white bed comforted her, as she always waited for the doctors to tell her more about her injuries, she always hoped to be able to do the same things that she had done before. She always deeply inside of her heart knew that she could keep going day after day. She would always repeat to herself, "I'm strong, I can do this." The same words always went through her head, every day and night. The pain that she felt was unexplainable. It was torture that nobody could control. And in her head, she wanted to quit and give up, but she knew that deeply in her heart she wanted to stay strong and do the best for her family. Strong social support system, faith, optimistic are three words that describe my mom. She always had people around her to cheer her up. Faith, she always knew that she would overcome this tragic mess. She always looked on the bright side of things and tried not to think about the negative things. Thank you, Mom, for always giving me faith and telling me to always look on the bright side of things and never letting go on something you truly love.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Rasmussen, and I would like to dedicate this poem to Victor Loza. Okay. Lonely, lost, nowhere to go. No one felt the need to love or care for him, and that unfulfilled need broke his heart. Victor Loza knows the abandonment of a mother while still a child. His mother chose a man over her son. His mother didn't want him. Victor, sinking into his bed, longing to be loved. He moved in with his dad. The relationship suffered. Anger suffocated the joy of life right out of him. Dad was in and out of jail. This was not a home for him. Still looking for acceptance, Victor joined a very violent gang in the streets of California. This led to a life of violence. Bam! One fight led to being stabbed 9 times. Victor followed his father's footsteps, spending time in and out of jail. But he knew that a new lifestyle was coming, so he didn't give up. And then it happened. Like a cool breeze on a hot, humid day, the love of his life appeared. Nicole was the love of Victor's life. Nicole helped Victor see that he could be different and that he could be flexible and change. And he was worthy of being loved. He didn't need to be like his dad. Nicole was just what Victor needed to help him get on the right path and be initiated. She believed in him when no one else would. She stuck by his side no matter what. Nicole was the life preserver he needed. Together, they began a new life. Victor and Nicole moved to Branson. Here, Victor was able to get a fresh start, a new place to raise his family. Victor found that God had a plan for his life. His family's in church now. He works a good job. He's a very good dad. Victor, thank you for showing me that no matter how hard things are in life, to never give up and stay positive, even though you felt no one loved you. As it says in the book of Romans, the pain that you've been feeling can't compare to the joy that's coming. Romans 8:18. Thank you for sharing your story.
Hello, my name is Leela Ray, and I'd like to dedicate this poem to my mom. Change is inevitable. Simply ask my mother, Roxanne Fink. But it comes in all forms, from a footstep to possibly a disaster. But it can also be simply changing ownership where you work. It flows like an underground river, slowly eroding away at the stone around it until it forms a new path, one that can lead straight up or straight down. I mean, it's always the same, right? Like I said, my mother just went through a change in ownership to Atrium Hospitality at the Chateau on the Lake. She works as a chef there and is currently working in inventory as well. Crashing, burning, sometimes overthinking. Work can be a lion trapped in a cage too small. A sense of humor is helpful. It allows us to take a short break and joke around a bit. or maybe make some more friends, or build stronger bonds. As Norman Vincent once said, change your thoughts and you change your world. I mean, nothing can be that bad, right? Solving problems can be difficult, though. Who likes trying to find the right way to do something over and over again? Times of work days pile up over the week. 5 hours, 10 hours, 30 hours a week, sometimes enough to make somebody want to snap. It also is helpful, though, to talk with friends and family. Nana, Dallas, me and my brother. Maybe in our cat Patches. Cats don't judge. I know. I should know. I talk to Ginger and MacGyver all the time. Thank you for sharing your story, Mom. Switching over to US Foods after using Costco for so long as well can be a real stress if you are still an amazing chef. Your river has yet to track you down.
Hi, my name is Emily Schmidt, and I would like to dedicate this poem to my neighbor, Bruce. Multiple sclerosis, a word that is strong, a word that has you thinking. Like being hypnotized, you don't realize anything until a sudden wave rushes over you. Swoosh. Bruce Ritchie's wife was diagnosed with MS. She was for 30 years. Acceptance, problem solver, and physical well-being. Bruce showed all of these things through this difficult time. He took care of her all the time to make sure she was feeling better. It got worse. She was in a wheelchair. It was almost like the wheelchair was waiting for her to arrive. Difficult, hope for cure, and frustrated. He had to keep thinking. These are things he was feeling during the days of working hard for his wife, whom he loved very much. Neighbors, people from church, family, and son, they took time out of their day because they loved and cared for them. With Bruce's faith, discipline, and military background, he kept going and did everything he could for his wife. She eventually passed away. He was very heartbroken and very upset. But he realized that God has a plan and things happen for a reason. He had his head high, like a million voices were telling him he can do this. Bruce Ritchie, you have inspired me. Life is going to throw curveballs along the journey, but it's your choice to let them hit you or dodge them. Like Albert Einstein once said, life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Peyton Smith, and I dedicate this poem to Dwight Sprague. Faith, optimism, sense of humor, and strong social support system are the attributes that keep our family going. Dwight Sprague was the start of something new, a role model. Even though life is tough for him right now, he still believes in his strength. Day after day after day, he struggles with Parkinson's and heart problems. In his past life, he has had to keep up with hotels, making him stressed. The disease just spills out of his body like a flood that likes to irritate you. He just can't keep up with all this. Dwight Sprague has had a family that helps him through that. My grandma, my mom, me, my aunt, and my brother. All of us believe that he can make it through a tsunami, a hurricane, Parkinson's. He has had to make it through a desert with no water. He has always had a plan to make it through that desert, and he did. He sold the clearance successfully in other successful hotels. And now, all he has to do is sit back and take a vacation. Nothing to worry about. No harsh storms will be in his way. His flood can calm down, but still have a little rain. Thank you, Papa, for teaching me to believe in my strength, even though adversity hits you and says boom, right in your face. Thank you for teaching me to listen to my peers, even though adversity is still slapping me in the face. The time is always right to do what is right. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Hi, my name is Mila Salvi, and I dedicate this poem to